head or something like that.
Yeah. I mean, that's like crazy, but she's kind of like that though. But that's
wild.
That's the way she does comedy, though. I'm just saying, like, let people do. No, but I hear what you're saying. Like it's weird, but I just think she wasn't doing anything. You weren't doing anything. People need to have an outlet to like make jokes and figure things out. And if they don't, I don't know. I feel like if it gets bottled up too much, it's going to cause more trouble than, offending a few people on a tweet.
Yeah, but it's like nowadays is like, what can you do where people won't get offended?
Yeah, like, exactly.
There's the thing about gender reveals, like when you're pregnant, you reveal the gender of your baby.
Yeah.
People were complaining about that. Oh, that's transphobic. You're deciding a gender. There's people complaining about the Black Panther film. Oh, there are no LGBT people in this movie. It's LGBT phobic. And like, you know what I mean? Like if someone, I'm fat. I'm a fat person. If a fat person posts something on social media and you don't say anything, like if you make light of, oh, you're fat phobic, like everyone wants to just throw phobic in front of everything these days. They find something and you just put phobic after it. Like the world itself is becoming so sensitive and so frail that it's just not fun anymore.
Yeah. There definitely is like, as if everyone has such a thin skin right now. There's such a weird, and it's hand in hand with like political tumultuousness to the point where it's like, you say one thing and it like causes a riot or something, and it's like, okay, guys, we all need to agree on what we're really mad about, and then just focus on that. It's like, don't get mad at every person. If you're mad because there aren't enough, I don't know, like opportunities for the poor, work on that. If you think there's specific discrimination against a certain group, work on that. Don't just be all like yelling and screaming about everything. It can be so hard to try to say anything at all. I posted a thing on Facebook like 2 days ago that was like, hey guys, let's all try to be positive. The world is a hard place. Let's say nice things about people. And I got a lot of crap back. I was like, what?
Yeah, because it's like people hear that. Like people hear you, like you'll say that. And they'll say, oh, well, I'm not really having a nice day. Seeing this made me feel like, and I just think because in my feelings is like, no one asked you that. Like my mindset when it comes to social media is you don't like it, keep scrolling.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? No one told you to open this and get offended. No one told you to get into your feelings over every little thing.
Yeah, the internet is really big.
That's what I'm saying. Like my mom raised me on a certain belief, you get what I'm saying? Like on a certain way of life. Like you don't sit here and cry and complain and try to make everyone like you and try to make everyone like do what you want to do. You just live your life. You know what I mean? And the reason like I don't really like get too stressed over the Twitter suspensions and stuff like that is like nobody till the day you die, people are gonna talk about you, right?
Yeah.
Good or bad, you can be the most successful person in the world, and people will talk. Let's use Kevin Hart is the most successful stand-up comic right now, right? And he is the most successful in decades, if we're being honest. And people will slander Kevin Hart. Oh, he's not funny. He's not this, da da da. But it's like, so what? Like he doesn't say, hey, one person said I'm not funny, so let me stop doing comedy.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, totally. I mean, you definitely can't let people get you down. I actually usually think, and I have ups and downs myself personally about the way to deal with it, but like, sometimes I will move forward regardless of audience response. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, I just want to keep making stuff. They like it, they don't like it. I'm just going to keep making it. It's for me. And, you throw a bunch of things against the wall. You can't worry about what everybody's reaction is to everything because like, someday there's going to be a person, you have to just be you. And then someday there's going to be a person who, like, listens to what you say and how you say it and says, oh, I understand, I identify with that, that's so wonderful. Like, and that's why we all have to just be ourselves, because there's people out there who need to hear what we say. Same with, like, and then there's the people who just are so sad that they want to make everything negative. Like, they just cannot enjoy.
Blow me, like,
yeah,
you're
because,
not allowed
like,
to have fun online. Like,
how can you hate Kevin Hart? He's adorable. I mean, he's, like, adorable. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not, he's a short man. I'll give you that. But he is just, like, so, like, everything. He's just smiley. He seems to always be having a good time. Every time I see him on anything, he's, like, excited to be there. Who doesn't like that guy? Sad people, that's who don't like him. They're like, he's having too good a time, I don't like it. You can't pander to the sads. They're going to be sad no matter what.
Yeah, and those type of people, man, those are the type of people you just, like, I don't know how to explain it, man.
Yeah. Well, it can be hard. Like, don't let it get you down.
They're like a special type of miserable.
Yeah, I worry about those people, though. I mean, because I've had a lot of friends, you know, in and out of comedy who were just, like, could not see the sun shine. Like, absolutely were never, you know, and it's not even a matter of, like, meds, you know what I mean? Because I've had a few friends that are like that, where it's like, they're real sad, and then they go to a doctor, and then it's okay. And that's one thing. But then there's the people who are like, doesn't matter, they take all the medication that they're supposed to, do all the things they're supposed to, and yet they just refuse to see any positive things anywhere. It's hard. It's really difficult. And those people are not great comedy fans.
Those people, my mother always, you know what I mean, is misery loves company.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah,
you know
absolutely.
I mean? Misery loves company. That's all it is, man.
Yeah. Hey, let's get off this negative topic. I'm feeling down. I'm starting to get down. Right. I want to ask you about your writing, because I'm very impressed with the like all the writing that you've done, and I wondered, you know, do you have a specific process? Do you, like, sit down every day and write, or is it like once a week? Do you have, like, a specific rhythm? How do you get it all done?
No, I can actually be pretty like today, like, I can be pretty lazy sometimes. So, like, I'll have a script or an idea, and I'll have it written down, and it'll stay there for, like, whoever knows what. And then one day, I'll just decide to pick it up, and when I actually work on it and put that energy and effort into it, I can knock out a script or two in a day. You know what I mean? Because it's not really, like, super detailed, super intricate. You know, so I can knock out a script or two in a day when I actually sit and put my mind to it. I can outline a show just like, you know, I want it to go like this. I want the characters to interact like this. I want the story to be this. You know what I mean? And when, like I said, when I sit down and lock my mind into it, it comes naturally. Like, I like my siblings, I used to write their English papers and stuff like that. I have a sister in high school. I still write her English papers. You know what I mean? Like, I like writing when it's like, when I'm motivated, it literally just clicks. Like,
yeah.
So it just clicks. Like, I'm a master bullshitter, as they say. I can hop into a conversation and not know anything about it, but I can say enough to make you think I know what I'm talking about. And once you're pulled into that conversation, you know what I mean? I can switch it up. Like, yeah, that's crazy, and then switch it to something I actually know something about. Then, it's the gift of gab. I like to think I have the gift of gab.
Yeah.
So I do that, like with writing, I just apply that to writing. I like to, it's not so much I know what I'm doing or know what I'm talking about. I'm going to make you believe that I know what I'm talking about and I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, that seems like an excellent skill for show business.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, wow, that's really wild. So I won't take up too much more of your time. I just wanted to ask you if you remembered the first time you were ever on stage and what that was like and the experience of it.
The first time I was on stage, July 2016. July 2016, Magooby's Joke House. I thought it was like some hole-in-the-wall type bar, and it turned out to be one of the biggest comedy clubs in Baltimore. I expected to perform in front of like 40 people tops. It ended up being like 100, 120, something like that.
Whoa.
Yeah, and I had 8 minutes on stage, and I only had one joke. I only had one joke. I remember all how I went down to. I'm right there. They call my name. I get up, and the first joke I make is, like, "Oh man, all them steps. I'm too big for all that." And then someone says, "It's only one step." Like, and I'm like, "Oh my god, shit!" And then my left leg goes numb. So I start like joking with these people on my right. And, like, my leg is, like, shaking, and I'm, like, terrified. But once I got that first laugh, I just kept going. And, like, I did so much crowd work that by the time I got to my actual joke, I ended up going over my time and getting disqualified.
Oh, my God. You did so well, it didn't work out.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. After that, the next time I did it was December 27th. Of 2017, and I took my girlfriend to an open mic, and I wanted to surprise her, and I got up and I did comedy, and I've been taking it seriously ever since. I want to say 3 weeks after that, I got my first paying gig. That took place in the beginning of February 2017. I did okay there. Then I got my first feature performance 2 weeks later, which I had one of the best sets ever in my life. Like, it opened up so many doors. So I did that. Then the following month in March, I did my first one-man show where I was only going to do 30 minutes, but I didn't know. Again, another instance where I didn't know when to get off stage. I ended up doing an hour and 15 minutes on stage. I only had about an hour. I only had about 30 minutes of stuff written. In April. In April of 2017, I had been doing like little shows for different promoters, and there was one comedian. He's an older comedian. He would put me on his shows, but the deal was I would have to sell like 5 or 10 tickets, and these tickets would be $20 a piece, right? And I didn't get any money from those tickets. Then he tried to say I had to sell 10 tickets and try to limit me to 5 minutes on stage. Now, I had only been doing stand-up comedy for a couple months. But if I'm making someone $200, I'm not, I'm basically paying $200 to get 5 minutes on stage.
Yeah.
And that's just not fair to me. So I took in April, I took my last $55. I had my cousin design me a flyer. My friend at the time, he actually owned his own comedy club. So he let me get the venue for free.
Nice.
And I took the last $55. I got about 125, 150 tickets printed out. And I sold the tickets. I got a bunch of my poet friends. I got some comedy friends. And we put on the show. And I sold out my first show.
Nice.
Yep. May, I had my first headline performance. And it went horrible. Like, my first headline performance is actually where I got my first heckler.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. So it was good at first because it was. Remember, I told you I had the breakout performance in February.
Yeah.
So those same promoters booked me the headline.
Great.
And I'm going back and forth with this guy, and I get the best of him. Then his friend says something, and I get the best of him. And his girlfriend says something, and I joke her, and the crowd is completely on my side. And I go back to my set, and then the guy in the front comes out of nowhere and says, "Why does your shoes look like you have type 2 diabetes?" And the crowd could not stop laughing. And I'm like, God damn it. And, like, eventually, like, I completely lost the crowd. They were completely on his side. And I bounced back. I got back into my set, but it just wasn't the same. So, yeah, I didn't do as bad. Like, once I got off stage, all the other comedians were like, "Oh, you did great." But I felt like I did horrible because I actually let him get, like, a solid joke in.
Hey man,
Yeah, so-
you know, you got to have all these experiences though, so that way, you know, you can do it next time. You know,